Come on and tell your story. Come on and tell your story. Come on and tell your story. Motivated every day. Living in victory every day. Living in victory every day. No matter what they say. No matter what they say. Living in victory every day. Living in victory every day. No matter what they say. Living in victory every day.
Nicole Larsen Live, living in victory every day.
It's Nicole Larsen Live. We are living in victory every day. And here's what's coming up. We've experienced her motivational messages weekly. Now, joining us one-on-one, she shares how being an empty nester propelled her from crying mom to an author and a motivational speaker. Do you remember I asked you a couple of days ago if you had a choice to go back and be the 18-year-old?
Nope.
But for most of us, June, we wish we had youth again, at least a little 20 years or 10 years, and you are saying, no, right where I am, this is who I want to be. You ain't going back. You don't want to go back at all. Why?
No. I don't want to be 18.
Yeah.
I don't want to be 35. I don't want to be 50. I love being me.
Plus, we share financial advice from today's expert, accountant Asha Bash. And we feature Gabrielle Tahila Ali, the voice behind our theme song. It promises to be a truly memorable show. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
At Belgroves, celebrating life is our commitment with integrity, compassion, and dignity for your loved ones. Belgroves Funeral Home and Crematorium, serving Trinidad and Tobago for over a century.
Take your list from A to Z, find it all easily. Everyone comes from far and near to the specialist hardware.
Get all you need for your interior or exterior projects, from finishing accessories to small or large tools. We're known for our range of doors, flooring, moldings, medallions, even fountain pumps and tanks. Check us out. We have what you need to get that job
Take your
done.
list from A to Z, find it all easily. Everyone comes from far and near to the specialist hardware.
Oceans Industrial Complex, Union Road, Marbella.
Better Value Limited has been making gift giving easier and more affordable for over 26 years. Power tools, indoor, outdoor furniture and accessories, mini appliances, designer fragrances, houseware and home decor products, and all your bridal registry items. Now in stock, our stylish loft bed and study desk combo unit for just $16.50. Better Value Limited. Call 235-3709 or visit us at Princestown or Gullview, or check our Facebook page.
We make moving simple and easy. No job too big or too small. Pro Movers Transportation, Moving and Logistics. We provide quality delivery service across TNT. Call us today at 779-0802 or see us on Facebook. Same day delivery.
We make sure you're safe to drive. Motor Care and Maintenance, MCM Limited, for all your vehicle repairs, diesel and gas. Approved inspection station.
Poolside nights, tiles and bath, making your home a work of art.
Step into a spacious place of creative ideas for your home space. Our floor and wall tiles and natural stone is ideal for any use you need in your home. Toilet, bathroom sets and vanities lend design to your creativity, while jacuzzis and shower enclosures create the mood for dwelling on life's pleasures. Lamps and lighting fixtures add ambience and memorable pictures.
Poolside nights, tiles and bath, making your home a work of art.
Oceans Industrial Complex, Union Road, Marabella. When you need land, a home, or investment property, Step-by-Step Property Consultancy and Management can help you. Call Step by Step today, 750-4442.
On Nicole Larsen Live, living in victory every day. Welcome. I am so delighted to be with you today, and I have a very special guest. I know that all our guests are special. And today we have the effervescent, I call her the effervescent June Doyle. She's an author, she's a motivator, she's a blogger. She just loves people. And she's here with me, with us. Hi, my darling. How are you?
Hi, Nicole. It's so good to be together again. You look lovely. It's been a great program. I've been watching it every week.
Thank you.
And it's going places.
Yeah. Well, indeed, I have to give kudos to you as well, because you have a nice little segment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you enjoy life.
I do.
You enjoy life. And it's amazing that, you know, sometimes we go through these trials, and sometimes we say to ourselves, you see me, I make these kind of statements, June, you know, I wish I wasn't here, you know, almost as though we think, well, if I say that, the troubles are going to go away. But alas, you know, once you are alive, there are going to be problems, there are going to be challenges, but then again, we know that who is our maker and who's going to take us through.
Yeah, we've been there, done that, and we will survive everything that comes our way.
Yeah.
It's got to come from inside. That fight has to be something that's embedded in you, that you got to know, I can do it, you know, and the storms tend to hit you, but then after you realize, hey, it's just another one. Like really, there were bigger ones before, and this one is just like, I can do that.
Yeah. And you know, I say, if you can do it, I can do it. If he can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
So it's about community. It's about looking at other people.
We do life together.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. You know, you speak as though you've written a book, but alas, you have. And let me tell you something. I have it right here. And you know what they used to say about pages with donkey ears? Is it dog ears?
Dog ears.
Listen, this is my book that I hold very dearly.
Aww.
Because it's like a manual.
Yeah.
There's so much you can learn from this book, June. And you know, the funny thing is, this book, and I want you to tell our viewers, this book was birthed in your golden years.
I know, in my retirement, yes. Yeah, it's kind of nice to have written that book for my 65th birthday in 2020. And writing that book actually came as a confirmation in my heart that this is what I was born to do. At first I thought I was born to be a mommy and a wife and live in that lovely palace, raise lovely children, send them out there. But I don't think life actually prepared me for the empty nest.
Yeah.
And when the emptiness came into my life on May the 26th, 2014.
You have the date down.
I know her. I know her. I know, yeah. I raised 4 girls, and my 4th girl, she left home on May 26, 2014. And then I was like, oh my goodness, I have an empty nest. And because I'm such a caring person and I love to care for people, the emptiness really jolted me. And I came to the realization that I can no longer function. I felt like I was being deprived of something. The emptiness syndrome really did a toll on me, but it prepared me for my greatest years. Yeah. But it's like God actually had to grab it out of my hand because I held my kids so close to me, and God like plucked it out of my hand and said, nope, this is not the end of your road. You wasn't born just to be a mommy. You weren't born just to be a wife. There's June there. There's a little girl inside of you that you always dreamt of becoming an adult. And now that you're adult, that little girl is still there. She wants to be June. She doesn't want to be somebody's mommy.
So tell me about this little girl. I mean, growing up, did your teachers say, or did they see something in you? Were you one of those who did excellent compositions?
No, far from it. I was like the invisible person in the class. I was so shy. I was so scared of anybody hearing my voice. And I'm from a large family, right? And I'm number 10 out of 11 kids. And certainly at that stage in my life, there's no way you have a voice over 10 others that went before, right? And I just resolved through it that I don't have a voice, you know, and I just never wanted to be heard. I didn't want I didn't like my voice. My voice was like, shh, you know. And I didn't know.
Can I just ask you, when you say you did not have a voice, what does that mean?
I felt as though that they were the older ones who always, were the bright ones, ones that everybody will say, yeah, that's a great point. But being number 10, like really, you really have a chance of being the last in the family, you know. And so I had to fight my way when I became a mom to have a voice. And then God had it ordained that, hey, you think that was your best years, your best years are still to come. So I look at my life like, really the latter will definitely be better than the greater. I thought I was living the best life being a mommy, and then God said, nope. And it was so painful that I had to let it go, because I would have died holding on to it, And
no, this is not to say that being a mother and being a wife is not fantastic and fantabulous. I mean, this was part of who you are. But there was more, and God had more in store for you. Another point that I got, and of course with the book right here, it speaks to putting things, making people, or putting them on the pedestal and putting God second or third.
God was always the center of my life, always. And my family will tell you that, my siblings will tell you that. God was always the first in my life. But I loved my family, but it doesn't mean I didn't love God. God is the one who created that storm in my life to clear the path for what he had already designed and purposed for me. So my purpose could not be manifested if God didn't allow that storm of the emptiness to take place, because he had greater things in store for me. From a child, at 7 years old, I wanted to be a missionary. And here I am now with 2 books out, and that's my mission field, because God knows I can't eat worms. He knows I can't sleep on the cold ground. He knows I can't tell those stories that the missionaries tell. So he said, June, I'll use you right where you are. And he had to make the nest empty for me to write. You can't write when there's noise around you. And I found in the stillness of my life, without the schedules, I was able to hear and to develop my work, my gift of writing. And then I had a voice, because now I'm writing, I've got to use my voice for Nicole. So, the voice came out. And
were you surprised at that voice?
I was. I'm still shocked. I am still so shocked that I'm even having these conversations, And God just is so merciful and kind to me that what he predestined for me while I was knitted together in my mother's womb, I'm seeing him fulfilling it more. And this is not the end. I know that I'm walking straight into my destiny, straight into my purpose. My purpose and destiny was not being a mom, being a wife. God allowed that emptiness for me to develop and to blossom in the way he designed for me to live. And I'm tremendously proud of the things that God is doing in my life. I see his hand upon me, and I see my life just evolving, and I get so excited about it.
And so you should be. You have so many fans on Facebook. I mean, just waiting to hear, to hear what you're going to put out on a morning, on an afternoon. It's almost as though they're supping, they're sitting at your feet for wisdom. And it's out of your own life.
That's right.
Out of your own life. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation about grown-up conversations, and I'm going to be reading a couple of the special passages that really blessed my heart. And of course, there's not only one, but there's 2 books in the making. There's another one about to be birthed when we come back. Nicole Larsen Live, we're living in victory every day. More still to come.
We spent too long looking and moping and grumbling and whining over experiences, situations, challenges that we have had. And in the meantime, the clock is ticking. So if something happened to me in 1995 and 1997, I'm still stuck in 1995 situation. I've lost 2 years of my life, and it's 2 years you cannot gain back. So granted, you will lose some time, but make it up.
At Belgroves, celebrating life is our commitment with integrity, compassion, and dignity for your loved ones. Belgroves Funeral Home and Crematorium, serving Trinidad and Tobago for over a century.
Wholesale nights, hands and back, making your home a work of art.
Step into our spacious place of creative ideas for your home space. Our floor and wall tiles and natural stone is ideal for any use you need in your home. Toilet, bathroom sets and vanities lend design to your creativity, while jacuzzis and shower enclosures create the mood for dwelling on life's pleasures. Lamps and lighting fixtures add ambience and memorable pictures.
Wholesale lights, tiles and bath, making your home a work of art.
Oceans Industrial Complex, Union Road, Marabella.
We make moving simple and easy. No job too big or too small. Pro Movers Transportation, Moving and Logistics. We provide quality delivery service across TNT. Call us today at 779-0802 or see us on Facebook. Same day delivery.
We make sure you're safe to drive. Motor Care and Maintenance, MCM Limited, for all your vehicle repairs, diesel and gas. Approved inspection station. When you need land, a home, or investment property, step-by-step property consultancy and management can help you. Call Step by Step today, 750-4442.
Take your list from A to Z, find it all easily. Everyone comes from far and near to the Specialist Hardware.
Get all you need for your interior or exterior projects, from finishing accessories to small or large tools. We're known for our range of doors, flooring, moldings, medallions, even fountain pumps and tanks. Check us out. We have what you need to get that job
Take your
done.
list from A to Z, find it all easily. Everyone comes from far and near to the Specialist Hardware.
Oceans Industrial Complex, Union Road, Marbella.
Better Value Limited has been making gift giving easier and more affordable for over 26 years. Power tools, indoor, outdoor furniture and accessories, mini appliances, designer fragrances, houseware and home decor products, and all your bridal registry items. Now in stock, our stylish loft bed and study desk combo unit for just $16.50. Better Value Limited. Call 235-3709 or visit us at Princestown or Gulview, or check our Facebook page.
15 is a bargain at KWS Supermarket. Yes, get our $15 specials or get 15% off many items in store. KWS Supermarket, Ragu Road, Dabadee.
Best Enterprises Limited for all your furniture needs. New, used, or scratch and dent. Call us today at 315-2471 Takarikwa.
Live a life of victory and find peace and hope in today's troubled world. Visit us at Holiness Revival Ministries. Call 628-7407 or 622-5826. You are back with us on Nicole Larsen Live, Living in Victory Every Day, and our guest is June Doyle. She's an author, she's a motivator. She likes to be called someone that just loves people. Do you remember when I was asking you, what's the title? And you said, no, Nicole, I just want to be known as someone who cares, someone who just loves people, the girl next door.
Yeah, I'm a hugger. I love to hug people. And I love working with women. I love to see women just blossom. I love to see women being empowered. I get excited when I see women just becoming who they were really originally meant to be. And yeah, I'm a people's person, definitely. That's where I find my excitement in life. And yet I love to be alone. So it's very far from each other. I love spending time alone. I'm never lonely, but I love like spending time alone. I love the time when nobody's speaking to me and I'm just alone. And then I love the time where I'm into people's face and I'm hugging them and I'm just loving on them. I love to hug. When I hug someone, I actually feel like Jesus felt virtue. I feel like something is transferred, and then I see them light up, and then I get excited, and I hug them tighter. You know, so it's
your
that
ministry,
crazy.
apart from being an excellent writer, it's hugging. Isn't it amazing?
I'm a
God
hugger.
has a funny way of using us in ways that we least expect. Huh?
Yeah.
Your ministry also is hugging. Anyway, let me just say this. I'm going to be reading a couple of pages that I love. That has ministered to me, and I'm sure a lot of people. And I've said this to you before. You don't have to agree. But even though this book is primarily for women, Men can read this book and be encouraged. Men can read this book and understand their women even more, their sisters, their children, even more. So this is a book, yes, maybe for women, but it's also for men too, so you need to get a copy. The name of the book is Grown Up Conversations. Why that name?
Grown Up Conversations means that when I give up whining about the emptiness, I grew up. I like, okay, this is some lemons, and we can certainly make something resembling lemonade. And so the whole thing is trying to get women to move past that thing that they got stuck in.
Yes.
It's like, don't remain stuck. Come on. Let's get over the bridge together. Let's hold hands. Let's walk together. Let's do life together. And that's why Grown Up Conversations, I stopped behaving like a kid.
Yeah.
And I grew up. I accepted the things I cannot change.
Yeah. Let's take a listen. It says, no one gets the pleasure of handpicking their encounters in life. We simply get what we've been given with no options to exchange. But keep one goal in mind. We must be intentional to succeed. Whatever your portion in life may be, think of it as your passport to the world. How you use what's in your hand will determine whether you win or you lose a slice of life.
Yeah, we spend too many times, we spend too long looking and moping and grumbling and whining over experiences, situations, challenges that we have had. And in the meantime, the clock is ticking. So if something happened to me in 1995 and 1997, I'm still stuck in 1995 situation. I've lost 2 years of my life. And it's 2 years you cannot gain back. So granted, you will lose some time, but make it up. Realize that you were born to win. There's something inside of you that isn't the end of that chapter. There's something in that you're still editing, you're still writing, you're still creating. You're not stuck, regardless of what it is. You can come out. God did not make us with the purpose, this really hit you hard, so take 5 years off. And I'll give you 5 years. No, you've got to have that willpower. You've got to have that courage. You have to have the Word of God to really nurture you and massage you and get you to understand there's something greater in you.
So don't
than what
stay
was
there.
meant
Basically,
to
that's what
destroy.
you're saying. Don't stay there and move. But
No.
But June, it's okay to cry sometimes.
Yeah.
It's okay to just weep and say nobody knows the trouble I see, because sometimes life can hit you some low blows. However, it's what you do with those low blows. Do you stay there?
Well, remember I told you in the previously that I cried from May 26th until July 7th. But at July 7th, I sat on my bed and I told God, I said, God, if you don't heal me, I'm going to get sick. And like that was all God was waiting for. He was like, let's go. And that was the last I ever cried. I don't cry again. I don't. I just, I feel the sadness, but God has healed me. So it's like the woman with the issue of blood. She had it for 12 years. And all she needed was a touch.
Yeah.
And that touch empowered her and healed that issue that she had for 12 years.
Yeah.
We can do life without a lot of things, but we can't do life without God.
God is our source. He's our supply. And, if friends leave you or forsake you, He's always there. I often say that when we have a problem or an issue, we tend to want to call somebody. But with our God, you never hear, I can't talk to you now, or the number you've reached is not in service. He's always there. He's like He's waiting. Okay, daughter. Okay, son. You ready for me now? Let's do this together. Yeah? Okay, so, ma'am, not only did you write Grown Up Conversations at 65, and that's a fantastic feat, but you decide to, and you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to write another book, as if that was not enough.
Yeah.
Another book.
Yeah, I'm catching up for the time that I sat from May 26th to July 7th. You have to be empowered. And the thing is that when I wrote the Grown Up Conversations, I kept writing.
Yeah.
Because I write out of all my experiences. And I went on to my second book, which is being launched in 2023, God's willing, called Conversations Over This Earth. And this is really from growing up to having positive conversations, tea parties conversations, dinner conversations, girlfriends conversation. And one thing with my book, you don't read it cover to cover. You literally just open a page.
And I want you to hold
guaranteed.
that thought, because you're going to be reading some excerpts from this wonderful new book that you have when we come back. Nicole Larsen Live, we're living in victory every day. More still to come.
Everything we go through in our life doesn't take God by surprise. It takes us by surprise. Something will happen to me tomorrow. It may take me by surprise, but it certainly didn't take God by surprise. So when we are confident in the love of God and in His guidance and the fact that He's never leaving us nor forsaking us, we don't run into panic when we are stuck between a rock and a hard place. You just say, okay, God, what are you going to teach me in this? How am I going to come out having a message?
Yes.
It's an aha moment.
If you don't sacrifice for what you want will eventually be sacrificed. Be there for others, but even in doing so, never leave yourself undone so that you suffer in the process.
It's an aha moment.
At Belgroves, celebrating life is our commitment with integrity, compassion, and dignity for your loved ones. Belgroves Funeral Home and Crematorium, serving Trinidad and Tobago for over a century.
Better Value Limited has been making gift giving easier and more affordable for over 26 years. Power tools, indoor, outdoor furniture and accessories, mini appliances, designer fragrances, houseware and home decor products, and all your bridal registry items. Now in stock, our stylish loft bed and study desk combo unit for just $16.50. Better Value Limited. Call 235-3709 or visit us at Princestown or Gulfview, or check our Facebook page.
Your home a work of art.
Step into a spacious place of creative ideas for your home space. Our floor and wall tiles and natural stone is ideal for any use you need in your home. Toilet, bathroom sets and vanities lend design to your creativity, while jacuzzis and shower enclosures create the mood for dwelling on life's pleasures. Lamps and lighting fixtures add ambience and memorable pictures.
Wholesale lights, tiles and bath, making your home a work of art.
Oceans Industrial Complex, Union Road, Marabella.
We make moving simple and easy. No job too big or too small. Pro Movers Transportation, Moving and Logistics. We provide quality delivery service across TNT. Call us today at 779-0802 or see us on Facebook. Same day delivery.
We make sure you're safe to drive. Motor Care and Maintenance, MCM Limited, for all your vehicle repairs, diesel and gas. Approved inspection station.
Take your list from A to Z, find it all easily. Everyone comes from far and near to the Specialist Hardware.
Get all you need for your interior or exterior projects, from finishing accessories to small or large tools. We're known for our range of doors, flooring, moldings, medallions, even fountain pumps and tanks. Check us out. We have what you need to get that job
Take your
done.
list from A to Z, find it all easily. Everyone comes from far and near to the Specialist Hardware.
Oceans Industrial Complex, Union Road, Marabella. When you need land, a home, or investment property, step-by-step property consultancy and management can help you. Call Step by Step today, 750-4442.
Nicole Larsen Live, living in victory every day. I'm back with you. We are back with you. June Doyle, my very special guest. She's an author and so much more. Before the break, you were just about to give us an excerpt from your new book. You're so proud. You should be proud of yourself. Your new baby.
Yeah. My second book is Conversations Over Dessert. And I'm reading one of the chapters from it. Stop monitoring things you already surrendered to God. Every mistake, heartbreak, cut, bruise, betrayal, rejection, divorce, separation, and broken promises are important life lessons learned in the school of hard knocks. It's time to graduate. Walk through those doors like it's your graduation day. It's time to exhale, clear your mind, adjust your crown, and walk out like a boss. Stop monitoring things you have already surrendered to God. This was the moment you were waiting for all your life. You have reached the higher level of redeeming your past. Your past was a dress rehearsal. You don't have to be famous. Just make yourself proud that you have left everything in God's hand. Stop monitoring things you have already surrendered to God. It's a new day where the future looks bright. Repeat to yourself the promises of Proverbs 16:7. When a man's way pleases the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. And I'm dropping down to just the last few lines. You've got a bright future. It doesn't look like your past. God promises will sustain you when your past comes knocking at the door. Promise yourself to be brave enough to set up your boundary lines. You will be amazed at who and what you attract once you start believing in yourself. God loves you.
You know, you're reading that and I'm thinking as though you're speaking to me. You're speaking it into my life. And I'm pretty sure that people who are going to be reading this book, they're going to feel the same way. You are affirming whoever is reading that book, but you are affirming them in Christ, letting them know who they are, and to get up. Come on, we can do this together. And that's what I get from you all the time, June. Come on, let's do this. Let's rock. That's the feeling I get. That's the sort of persona that you have.
Conversations Over Dessert is my girlfriends hanging out at a tea party. We are having dinner, or we just chatting on a one-to-one. And I'm hoping, like, if someone doesn't know what to tell someone who comes knocking on their door to give them hope, that they will find their hope in this book. And one thing with the book, you can open up to any chapter. You don't have to read it cover to cover. Just open it and you're guaranteed to get an inspirational in it.
Well, you know what? You can't show off on me, you know, because my book, which I still have Grown-Up Conversations. By the way, is this still available?
Yes, on Amazon.com, Barnes & Nobles, and anywhere books are sold.
We can get this book still?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You know, it is well is a term that we use all the time. But it is well means that it is well with who you are in your soul, who you believe that God is going to stay with you through everything we go through in our life. Doesn't take God by surprise. It takes us by surprise. Something will happen to me tomorrow. It may take me by surprise, but it certainly didn't take God by surprise. So when we are confident in the love of God and in His guidance and the fact that He's never leaving us nor forsaking us, we don't run into panic when we are stuck between a rock and a hard place. You just say, okay, God, what are you going to teach me in this? How am I going to come out having a message? How I'm going to come out having a testimony? It's no more, I feel sorry for you, let's have a pity party. I need you to come and cry with me. This happened or that happened. This is like, I'm going to gain strength trying to twist my ways through it because this is how God designed us to be. We don't get everything on a silver platter or even on a gold platter. God develops our faith by the things we go through, a faith that cannot be tested, cannot be trusted. If I can trust our friendship, I wouldn't know what our real friendship is like. But when we have the twists and turns in life and we get stuck, that's when your faith develops. So we are not meant to be crying Christians. We're meant to be empowering Christians. God, what is this? was sent for me? What is the lesson in this? How can I grow? How can I develop? How can I help somebody else who will go through exactly what I went through? It's not always about us, right? My situation is not about me. Somebody else is going to come along in life. I'm going to get the opportunity to minister to them, to tell them, this is what God did for me. And I want you to trust God. I want you to really believe that what God has done for me, he could do it for you.
He's no respecter of persons.
Yes.
What he has done for others, he will do for you. And I hope you're taking heed. Somebody needs to know that. In fact, more than one person. Several people need to know that right now. Can I just add that you got some encouragement from your family when you started off on your journey as an author. And I remember speaking to your husband, who, by the way, you celebrated how many years? 45 years?
49. Don't cheat me, my five. 49.
49 years. Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Recently.
Thank you.
Yeah. But I remember him saying to me, he says, this is her time. He says, I'm so excited. I'm so proud of her. You know, I just want to see her fly. I just want to see her go, because she's been a mother, a great wife, a great friend. And I want to see her. Whatever God has planned for her, she has to do it. And he looked as though he was saying, you go, girl. He's your cheerleader.
He definitely is.
He's your cheerleader.
He definitely is. He really walks me through everything. Like, you know, he just looks at my schedule and rearrange his schedule, because as he said, he's been there, done that.
Yeah.
So now he rearranges all his schedule. If I want to go shopping in the mall, he rearranges his schedule, because I'm so scared about driving in the country. He will rearrange his whole life and make sure that, you know, he's there for me and things like that. He's really been my cheerleader, but it took 49 years, right? So don't think you walk into my chapter 49 and expect your chapter 1 to look like my chapter 49. We all have to work together to get to that chapter 49.
Okay. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about those chapters, that chapter 49, how it came about. And maybe, you never know, there's a book about marriage in the making. I'm just saying. When we come back, Nicole Larsen Live, Living in Victory, every day. More still to come.
We will get home and mommy was always in the house, you know, and it's so reassuring to walk in and you meet mom. I wish parents now wouldn't have to be so busy with multitasking and children are being neglected. I think the power of the home is really the mom. She sets the pace. And she's the one who taught me about my faith. And now she's gone on. Her faith is still living on in me.
Plus, accountant Asha Bash and singer Tahila Ali.
It's an aha moment.
Sometimes our worst enemy is our memory of the past failures, or past achievements. Let go of the past and be proud of how far you've actually come.
It's an aha moment.
Take your list from A to Z, find it all easily. Everyone comes from far and near to the Specialist Hardware.
Get all you need for your interior or exterior projects, from finishing accessories to small or large tools. We're known for our range of doors, flooring, moldings, medallions, even fountain pumps and tanks. Check us out. We have what you need to get that job
Take your
done.
list from A to Z, find it all easily. Everyone comes from far and near to the Specialist Hardware.
Oceans Industrial Complex, Union Road, Marbella.
Live a life of victory and find peace and hope in today's troubled world. Visit us at Holiness Revival Ministries. Call 628-7407 or 622-5826.
Best Enterprises Limited for all your furniture needs. New, used, or scratch and dent. Call us today at 315-2471 Takarigwa.
Gen Style customizes cards, limitless in expressions. For special occasions, call 1-868-7N-STYLE. Instagram Gen Style Cards TT, Facebook at Gen Style.
Wholesale nights, tiles and bar, making your home a work of art.
Step into our spacious place of creative ideas for your home space. Our floor and wall tiles and natural stone is ideal for any use you need in your home. Toilet, bathroom sets and vanities lend design to your creativity, while jacuzzis and shower enclosures create the mood for dwelling on life's pleasures. Lamps and lighting fixtures add ambience and memorable pictures.
Wholesale lights, tiles and bars, making your home a work of art.
Oceans Industrial Complex, Union Road, Marabella.
Chez Jean Designs in San Fernando provides customized clothing from sassy to corporate, conservative to casual. Email janiskazo@gmail.com or call 793-1668 for consultations.
Better Value Limited has been making gift giving easier and more affordable for over 26 years. Power tools, indoor, outdoor furniture and accessories, mini appliances, designer fragrances, houseware and home decor products, and all your bridal registry items. Now in stock, our stylish loft bed and study desk combo unit for just $16.50. Better Value Limited. Call 235-3709 or visit us at Princestown or Gullview or check our Facebook page.
Take some time for yourself or spend some time with the family at Sandy Point Village Hotel. Enjoy our various studio and suite apartments, self-contained with their own kitchenettes and Wi-Fi. We also have our famous 100-foot swimming pool and our beachfront restaurant, the Steak and Lobster Grill. And our location in Crown Point puts us near the center of activity from the nylon pool to the local nightlife. Call us and make your reservations at 639-8533, 389-2378 or email us at sandypointvillagehotel@gmail.com. We make moving simple and easy. No job too big or too small. Pro Movers Transportation, Moving and Logistics. We provide quality delivery service across TNT. Call us today at 779-0802 or see us on Facebook. Same day delivery.
When you need land, a home, or investment property, Step by Step Property Consultancy and Management can help you. Call Step by Step today, 750-4442. We make sure you're safe to drive. Motor Care and Maintenance, MCM Limited, for all your vehicle repairs, diesel and gas. Approved inspection station.
At Belgroves, celebrating life is our commitment with integrity, compassion, and dignity for your loved ones. Belgroves Funeral Home and Crematorium, serving Trinidad and Tobago for over a century.
We are back with you on Nicole Larsen Live. We are living in victory every day. My guest is June Doyle. She's an author of not one, not two books. Before the break, I was saying to you, June, you never know, you might be writing another, number 3, on marriage. I'm just saying. I'm not prophesying. I'm just saying. You never know what God has in store for you, for us, you know. Tell me, is there anyone, is there an author that anybody that you read that you say, aha, this is something that this is a mentor, or this is someone that I like their style?
I am inclined, I'm drawn to looking at women that, who are making it. Like yourself and Nicole Larsen Live. I was so proud that you came from behind a radio to in front of a camera. So certainly it would be scary to begin, but once you get the mood, once you get the habit of doing it, you just float like a butterfly. And I like women that can empower me, and I wouldn't call names, but certainly I'm empowered more by women who are empowered, that they empower me, and then I empower somebody else. So that is why we need to do life together. We are a community, we are a team. Jesus said go 2 by 2. He didn't say go by yourself, So we are already meant for working as a team. Your gift is different from my gift. My gift is different from somebody else's gift. But we work together because we're doing it for the betterment of somebody else. That is yet to come. Maybe our grandchildren or great-grandchildren.
You dedicated your first book to your mother.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I did. My mom is my all in all. My mom raised us at her feet, literally at her feet. I'm born in the 1950s. And she raised us at her feet. You know, she had devotions with us. She taught us the word of God. She loved praying with us. She loved being a mother. We will get home and mommy was always in the house, you know. And it's so reassuring to walk in and you meet mom. I wish parents now wouldn't have to be so busy with multitasking and children are being neglected. I think the power of the home is really the mom. She sets the pace. And she's the one who taught me about my faith. And now she's gone on. Her faith is still living on in me. Like Timothy, you know, Timothy had a grandmother and a mother. And I'm just grateful for the faith I have. I'm glad she didn't leave me property or leave me material things, because my faith is what takes me through all throughout my journey in life. And I feel so empowered with the faith that I have, because I see that God waits for me to say the word, and he literally brings it to pass. When I told you I was crying uncontrollably from May 26 to July 7, I spoke the word. I said, God, if you don't make me stop crying, I'm going to get sick. And he said, that's what I waited for, you know, let's do it, you know. So I'm really proud of the heritage that I got from my mom in carrying on that godly faith, and I pass it on to my children. Now I'm passing it on to my grandchildren, and I guess my great-grands will read my book and say that was their great-grandma. So the faith lives on.
Your great-grands will read your multiple books. Multiple books from grandmama. Anybody listening right now that need a word of encouragement? I mean, you have encouraged a lot of people over the years. But there's somebody right now that's listening and saying, yeah, I hear you, June Doyle, but you don't know my story. You know, you don't know what I'm facing. What can we say to them?
No one goes through anything in life that someone has not gone through before. Every crisis, there's a Christ. Every test, there is a testimony. Every mess, there is a message. Everything that we go through in life is meant to boost our faith in God. You can't do life without God. You will mess it up more. Like really, when we give God what we have, God multiplies it. He looks at the heart, the intention, the motives, right? The worst that somebody could do is to want to copy what they see in someone else, because we all have different giftings. We all have different strengths. You got to do you. You've got to do who you were made. The woman at the well, she had to do life going on to husband number 5, but Jesus met her, and he said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go." And she went and told her friends, "I found a man who know everything about me." So could you imagine, your life couldn't get worse going on to husband number 5, and the man knows everything about you, and still tell you, you go ahead. I do not condemn you. Go and sin no more. You know, so the whole thing is, we've got to get to that point where we take whatever challenges we found ourselves in, the consequences of our choices, and let God develop that. He could turn that into a message. He could turn it into your testimony. It's not the end of your road. There's a light at the end of that tunnel.
Do you remember I asked you a couple of days ago if you had a choice to go back and be the 18-year-old?
Nope.
But for most of us, June, we wish we had youth again, at least a little 20 years or 10 years, and you are saying, no, right where I am, this is who I want to be. You ain't going back. You don't want to go back at all. Why?
No. I don't want to be 18. I don't want to be 35. I don't want to be 50. I love being me, because I see the maturity in me that I will look back at and say, you really did that? Like, really? That's the best you could have done?
Seriously?
Like, this time I really very upset with that 20-year-old version of me. I love being me. I'm 67 going on 68. I love being who I am, because I see I'm really blossoming rather than just being a little shrub, you know, and letting all the things that happen come around and infect you. No, there's a little girl in me that is waiting to say, you did it. You made me proud.
And you've made such a good point, because there's so many of us that are sitting back and saying, if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, and if I could go back into time, I would be this and I would be that. But I say to myself, you know what? I might not be a ballerina, but I can still dance.
Yeah.
I can still be and I can still accomplish. And that's what I'm hearing from you. I want to go back in them young days.
No. No, absolutely not. And, you know, everybody has a different excitement in their life. I love singing, but I can't sing. But when I go in the bathroom, I shower, I sing so loud that you will literally think I have a mic in there, you know? And that makes me happy. I love to be happy. I love positivity. I don't like things that drag you down. I keep my atmosphere very, very conducive to my being, my spirit. And I just always am a very happy person, very happy. And I created that happiness.
And I'm glad that you said that. You're a very happy person, but that does not mean that you are void of unpleasantness.
Oh, no.
It will come, but it's what you do with the challenges that makes the difference. Of course.
What you focus on. We all have things we can whine about. But I choose, because I've experienced God's faithfulness in my life, I have that kind of thing. This too will pass, right? This must not crush you. This must make you into a better person and not a bitter person.
And that's what we want from this program. We want people to be encouraged, motivated. You know, don't settle for what you are going through right now, but just go through. You know, don't camp there. Don't camp there.
You know, who it is had a song say, if you're going through hell, just keep going.
Oh, yes.
Was it?
Ron Canoli.
Ron Canoli. If you're going through hell, just keep going.
I was just about to tell you.
Don't stay stuck in hell. Like, let's go.
Through. I was just about to tell you, sing it, but you told me you
can't
sing, so I wouldn't bother to do it.
No, please don't ask me to sing. I'll write.
And write, you do so very well. I want to thank you so much, June, for coming and blessing us. This has been a long time coming. I'm glad that you're here today. Of course, we listen to you on what are some of the mediums that you are on?
Oh my goodness. My main one is Facebook. I love Facebook because it's conversations we have. I love the going back and forth. And I go on Instagram, but they like the pictures, they like the image. I want conversations. So my home is Facebook because of the conversations. Instagram, not too much because they like your picture, I want conversation.
You like the one-on-one.
I grow and they grow and we are happy, and you know, that's what it is. I'm also at junedoyle.me, which is my online blogs, and they are for my international people. So I have these 3 mediums that I work through, and then I live my life at home with my husband, so he gets a different version of who June is, and you know, without the makeup, without the dresses, he knows me. And the fact we've been married for 49 years means he's happy with that version of it too. So I'm
not changing anything at all. Grown-up conversations, June Doyle. Yes, I've got my little doggies here. I don't care. I love it, and it is available. What about yours? Let them see yours as well. This is
Conversations Over Dessert. This is coming out in 2023. So look out for my ads on Facebook, June Doyle.
Love you much, my darling.
I love you more.
It's been a pleasure.
We did it.
You all wouldn't understand. Forget it. Nicole Larsen live, living in victory every day. And now, accountant Asha Bash gives some sound financial advice.
Thank you, Nicole, for this opportunity to share with your viewers some tips on how to make ends meet during tough economic times. Hello everyone, my name is Asha Bash, and I'm a qualified professional in the field of finance and accounting. As we journey through the endemic stages of COVID-19, many of us are suffering whiplash from the extensive financial losses that took place over the past 2 years. Middle to lower class persons are constantly struggling with high food prices and cost of living expenses. As the saying goes, everything is raising except your salary. And for some of us, we have decent jobs, yet we cannot afford to live. Some of us don't even have jobs and are unemployed. So without further ado, here are 5 tips on how you can make ends meet. Tip number 1. reduce your expenses. You must find a way to cut back on your expenses. Okay, if it means writing down your monthly expenses, you have to do that. And you need to be able to see which ones you need to cut off. Just last year, I was out of a job and I had to do the same exercise and have a tight control on my wallet. So it involved me having to not spend money on lunch every other day or week. I also had to stop lining with friends regularly. I even had to cut back on some of my subscriptions towards Netflix and these other streaming platforms. You have to be aggressive with this and be able to say, you know what? I can cut back on my expenses. And this is the way you are actually going to allow yourself to make ends meet. Tip number 2, consider debt consolidation. If you are paying a loan or a mortgage, you can consider renegotiating your debt. There are some institutions out there that offer debt consolidation loans at reasonable rates. The key here is to reduce your monthly installment so that you would have a greater take-home value at the end of the month. In some cases also, if you are unemployed and you don't have a job, you can seek a deferred payment plan, which simply means that you are given a grace period at which you don't have to pay your installment. Tip number 3, sell assets for cash. This is one of the quickest ways to alleviate your financial problems. You ever heard about the story, the monk who sold his Ferrari? Well, this girl right here, I am the girl who sold her red SUV. Remember I told you the story about how I was out of a job last year? Well, I actually made a sacrifice and sold my red SUV, paid off all my debts, and was able to have enough cash left over to buy myself a reasonable car. Of course, this was just a short-term measure because eventually I regained employment. But my point here is you need to make some drastic measures at times to be able to allow yourself financial stability. Tip number 4, get a side hustle. If you have only one source of income, then you are one step away from poverty. And this was so evident during the pandemic where lots of people lost their jobs and experienced huge financial losses. It is said that millionaires have at least 7 sources of income. To me, in these times, you cannot have just one source of income. You have to have a side hustle. For me personally, apart from my full-time job, I teach and I lecture accounting, as well as I have my own private practice in which I do taxation accounting for small businesses or individuals. So the question is, what skills do you have? What can you create a side hustle for? Is it that you are good at cooking, or you could even do babysitting, or something a little more technical? How about like playing a musical instrument? Well, then maybe you can create a class for that online, or even offer face-to-face classes. The key here is to open up extra cash flows. And in doing so, it allows you to get extra financial strength and stability that you would need. Okay, and tip number 5, which is my final tip, is to manage the purse strings. So after you've reduced your expenses and you have a little extra money from your side hustle or from selling an asset, you must manage your finances tightly. Okay, don't loosen those purse strings just yet. Keep them tight because you have to keep track of your spending and make sure you budget every single dollar. And this requires a lot of discipline because you have to say no to certain things that you might want. And it is important to keep this process going. Be intentional with your spending and don't spend unnecessarily unless it's an emergency. Because good financial choices and habits is the key to financial prosperity. So there you have it. These are my 5 tips on how you can make ends meet during tough economic times.
By now you are familiar with the theme song. Well, allow me to introduce you to the lady behind the voice, Tahila Ali.
Living in victory every day. Living in victory every day. No matter what they say. No matter what they say. Living in victory every day. Living in victory every day. No matter what they say. No matter what they say. Living a life of hope and joy. We are victorious.
Uplift, encourage, inspire, motivate. Real stories from real people from all walks of life with everyday life experiences and how they navigate challenges on their journey to success. Wow. Our guests were phenomenal, wearing their hearts on their sleeves and opening up on some taboo topics with the intent of bringing hope and healing to others. By sharing our experiences, we encourage and strengthen others to persevere and overcome when faced with adversity and challenges. Faith in God plays such a key role in determining how resilient and how much of an overcomer we are. To our viewers, thank you for your support, your kind comments, your encouragement. We want to continue to journey next season with you together to bring more stories to motivate and inspire and encourage and ignite change and pull at your heartstrings. I want to encourage you to let hope be your anchor. Nicole Larsen Live, living in victory every day.